Name is Rachel. There we go. You guys got the disclaimer. You are being recorded. No, I am. My name is Rachel Richards, and I am your host tonight. I am so excited. I am a client and I am a coach, and I became a coach a couple weeks into my program, which was fantastic because it gave me so much accountability and later purpose and fulfillment. And obviously also some incredible flexibility with my work schedule and my finances. So it has been an incredible blessing. Tonight, we're going to talk about health and hope and utilizing the full program for your benefit, for your long-term healing. A lot of clients have no idea what the full program actually is, and that's okay. I was the same way. When I got my kit, I just started using the food. I just started doing what I thought was normal, right? Which is just, I'm going to lose some weight. That's what I thought. I'm going to heal my physical body. And that was exciting enough for me. But I honestly had no idea what I was in store for. And tonight we want to give you that. We want to give you a little bit of what our truest program is and really inspire you to think about healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, fulfillment and purpose, and really your overall well-being being the takeaway tonight, not just weight management. Put a 1 in the chat if you think of health and well-being primarily as weight management. Most of us, when we think about being healthy, it's like, oh, I know I need to lose some weight. Well, guess what? Optavia is not a weight loss company. We're not. We are very good at healthy body, right? We have that nutrition arm, but we are so much more. So let me share my screen. I've got some incredible speakers tonight that are going to show you the different components. They're going to bring to life the different aspects of our program so that you can see these incredible stories and go, you know what? That's a lot like me. That's a lot like me. And you're going to start to relate to more of the program. And as you do that, your success will compound, you will gain momentum, and you truly will be unstoppable in your overall health. So tune in. We're going to make it short and sweet tonight, guys. We will not keep you long, but we promise to bring you some inspiration. So let me just share my screen, and you're going to have to bear with me a little bit because I've had a little technical issues, a couple of technical issues this evening. So hopefully this is going to work for me. Oh, well. It already hasn't. All right, so there's me and my husband, Tim Richards. Some of you may have met him. We have been, just a little bit about your host. I've been an Optavia health coach for 5 years in May, almost 5 years. And I have just had a blast. This was us on a cruise ship with Optavia. They took us on this incredible cruise, and we had the time of our life. But what it made it really magical was just being there with so many like-minded people. And honestly, for the first time in my life, not coming home 7 to 10 pounds heavier from my cruise. That was like a big win. Okay. But tonight I am not the main event. We have some speakers. We are going to have Amy Wood talk to you about healthy body transformation. She has transformed masterfully, predictably, and she is going to share that physical transformation and what that did. We also have Alison Ringaman, who's going to talk to you about purpose and fulfillment. Guys, so many people, so many of us, we may have a job, we may have a career, but sometimes that purpose button is not being hit hard enough. And she's going to talk about the fulfillment and the purpose that comes from coaching others on this amazing program. And then finally, we'll hear from Brian Russell. And Brian is going to share with you his perspective on financial health, how important that is, and where it really ties everything in. And I'm very excited to hear from them. So you guys will be able to truly be inspired by that this evening. Let me get to my PowerPoint presentation. Oh, look at that. It's missing. Bear with me one moment. All right. The obstacle is the way. I will get us there. One quick second. I've had a little bit of hiccups with my computer, but we are going to press on. All right, here we go. So the mindset tonight, we are going to be awakened to the secrets of lifelong transformation. You're going to learn how to move forward in your health journey and the simple steps that would look like, okay? Why are we doing this? Because if you are on this program, you should understand our mission. You should understand our vision. Optavia wants to get the world healthy. We're not interested in just helping a couple people. Look at the statistics on the screen. One of the things that literally chokes me up to think about is, for the first time, children are not expected to outlive their parents. I don't know if that doesn't just get to you, but for us, it's missional. And no, we're not just a healthy body, but that's not okay. The blueprint for health is not okay. The lifespan is longer, but the health span is sick. And Dr. A, our founder, the founder of these incredible systems that we urge you to read and become a part of, he left medicine because it was sick care. And he said, I want to create a community of health coaches where each one teaches one, and it makes into every home. And there's a blueprint in every home for long-term well-being. And that is our mission. That is our vision. Some of you know that, some of you may not know that, right? We look at the whole person. You may look at this trilogy and go, man, I'm just really focused on healthy body, getting to a healthy weight. That's okay. That's an incredible first goal. Then you're going to want to know how to eat for life healthy. And what about your sleep and your restoration? What about that ability to let go of things and relax and play and have adventure? For some of you, your adventure might be gone, where you're like, I can't afford the adventure, I couldn't afford the time off, and I don't feel good enough to go and be adventurous. So we are looking at this trilogy and prepared to guide you one healthy habit at a time. Our program does have 4 components: the independent Optavia health coach and also a team of coaches. Many of you have met other coaches beyond just your primary coach, which is beautiful. We work as a team. We have different outlooks and transformation stories, different struggles, and we come into that partnering with you, ready to help you transform for the rest of your life. The systems, this piece is something that you need to be awakened to. Many of you know we have a book club every Saturday where we're going in on this together and reading for a couple of minutes a day, and then sharing in community, what did you get and what did you get? And we record those because we want you to do hard things in community. This piece is simply stated like this: your current psychology, right, will shape your philosophies. We want to change your psychology so that your philosophies follow and are lifelong transformation and not just a quick fix. The community, some of you may be like, wow, I haven't taken advantage of the community. Tonight, you're going to hear from the community. These speakers are the community. Their stories will resonate on one or more angles of your transformation. And then, of course, the fuelings, right? Those are our trusty little helpers to keep us in perfect fat burn or some form of health being achieved by filling the gaps in our current day. So these are amazing. The fuelings are not our program. These components are the program. This is the product that allows all of this to work. Okay, so you all have your free health coach for that accountability and support. And tonight, I would like to now pivot and start hearing from some of the coaches that have incredible stories of transformation, and they're going to bring to light what would it be like for you, because you need to know this. Optavia intends for each one to teach one. Optavia knew that your community would have people in it that would only get healthy if you guided them. That's why we created a very simple model where you can bring others in. You do not have to be an expert. You do not need a nutrition background. You do not need to be a trainer. You need to love program, love people, and agree with our mission. And tonight, I want you to hear just how incredible that is for some of these people that have said, yes, I am still learning, but I am willing to connect other people to the tools in which I am finding hope and healing in, right? They're not experts. They're people just like you. So first I'm going to start with Amy Wood. Amy Wood is an incredible friend of mine. I get to call her a friend. She's a friend to so many. And tonight she's going to tell you her transformation story and bring some color into healthy body. And I don't want to take anything from her or cut into her time. So Miss Amy, would you please share with us tonight from your perspective what that has been like?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you. Like Rachel said, my name is Amy Wood. I'm so excited. I'm blessed to be able to even be here to share with all of you guys my story tonight a little bit. Who am I, right? Like Rachel said, I'm a friend to everyone. I've never met a stranger. So I love doing this. I'm a client first, and I'm also a coach. And a little bit about me real quick. My husband, Alan, and I have been married for almost 17 years. We have 4 children together. We just added 2 more little ones to our family. His brother passed away last year, and that's just a whole nother dynamic, right? But our oldest is 20 and the youngest is 5. Okay. That's high school to preschool living at home, you guys. It's a lot. But I'd love to share about before I said yes to myself, right? Actually getting healthy. And what happened was my husband saw a post on Facebook, and it was from Julie Russell, and she shared Brian's picture, and he said, Amy, we have to talk to them. So we talked, and I said, yeah, let's do it. So I started my weight loss journey in December of 2019. And over the course of the following 5 months, I lost and I learned. Okay. And here's how that plays out. Years before I took control of my health, before I ever even considered talking to Julie or being on Facebook or any of those things, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and it caused a lot of swelling in my small blood vessels, and I was very swollen. I couldn't wear shoes. My back pain was horrible. It made it hard to sleep. Way too many medications that the doctors were trying to give me to offset symptoms, things like that. Okay. And I said, this can't be my life. I tried all the things for so many years to lose weight and lose all that pressure off of my body, but I was really unsuccessful on my own. And I didn't really realize the root cause of what was happening in my body, and I wasn't in control of it at all. Stress, poor nutrition, it was overtaking me. I was also drinking at least a glass of wine every day. I mean, there was always a reason, right? Even if it was silly. And not that wine is a bad thing, it's great actually, but it was consuming every part of my life. I mean, it seemed to be the answer to any kind of stress relief. And I felt like I was losing myself in that a lot. And my true identity was really hiding. I was suffering inside, feeling like I was barely surviving like everyday tasks that you have to do when you have a home and kids and you're married. And it was a lot. So my whole point is really, I was scared to start changing my daily habits. After I talked to Julie, I was like, I don't know, like, what is life going to look like? Right. But here's what I learned. Change, being uncomfortable, it brings growth, and saying yes to myself and creating new goals and obtaining my healthy body has brought really cool opportunities in my life. Really investing in my health and changing those, I'll say, bad habits. Learning to really face challenges has been rewarding in a lot of ways. And I'm excited to be a part of a company that focuses on community, just like we're all here right now, and personal development, not just weight loss. I mean, the weight will come off. We have to start living to serve our goals is kind of what I learned. So yes, I still have a glass of wine every once in a while, but I get to choose one, right? It doesn't get to choose me anymore. And that's a small piece of what I learned. I lost 65 pounds during my weight loss journey, and I will just kind of go ahead and put that out there that I've gained about 20 of it back a little bit, right? No big deal. It's like I still feel good, but why was I gaining it back? And my habits were slipping because we had a hard life hit, right? It happens. But I wasn't going to let it be an excuse. It also happened because I reached my first goal of losing that and getting to a healthy BMI, and I didn't really set any new ones, right? So February and March, I said, I'm going to lose 15 pounds. Like, I just want to kind of make that my goal. And I'm on track to do that. And I'm really proud of myself and happy for that. I'm really thankful for my coach, Julie, who's really guiding me through the systems and loving on me and helping me really continue to build those habits and be healthy forever. Having someone in my corner is huge. It's a big reason on how I continue to overcome hurdles in my life and stay healthy. And it is normal, okay, to have a bit of a setback. I want to say that there's going to be things that we don't fully understand right away about our health journey. And Julie's not an expert. Rachel's not an expert. I'm not an expert. Dr. A is the expert, and that's where we use his knowledge to really lead one another and create what we're creating in our lives. And he said it best when he said, where is it at? I wrote it down. He said, life will dish out challenges, and that's normal. The key is to quickly recognize that there has been a slip, and then we refocus on our goals. And I just thought, thank God, right? So when I started creating my healthy body, I really never realized what would follow that. And just in wrapping this up in my time here, I gained mental and emotional stability. My confidence has returned. My marriage is growing. My relationship with my kids is different, like a good different. Like, I interact with them and ask them really good questions because that's what I learned here. And it's not perfect, but it's growth, and I'm excited for it. And that's what I have to share.
Thank you, sweet friend. So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you be if you just referred instead of coached? Can you?
I honestly don't know where I would be. I wouldn't be here with all of you. I wouldn't have grown as much as I've grown. And I probably wouldn't have been able to be in a place where I could say yes to having 2 more children in my home because I was working full time, and I don't have to be there anymore. And now I'm here, and I'm more present, and I'm growing, and I'm able to be there for my family.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. So good. Oops, I muted myself. Okay, so thank you so much, Amy. That was awesome. I know so much of your story resonates with the true mission, which is just, as soon as you start feeling better, go help someone else. And I know, I don't know the exact number of people that you have impacted, but it's in the hundreds because I've got to watch, and you've done it imperfectly. But you've done it with the mission at hand, and it's beautiful to watch. So amazing. All right. So now we are going to go to Miss Allison Ringaman, and she's also a friend of mine. This is the coolest part about coaching. You just get a whole mess of healthy friends that are like, your top 5 circles starts looking really good, guys. And I am blessed to call you a friend. She also is a client. Boy, I don't want to steal anything, but let's just say skeptical, right? So any skeptics in the room, like, drop a 7 in the chat if you're like skeptical, right? You're going to love to hear from Allie. She's going to be unplugged, real and honest, and share with you how do you go from skepticism to on fire about this mission and helping people. Like, walk us through that, Allie. I am so excited to hear from you.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank you, Rachel. My heart is beating super fast, full disclosure. So just a quick snippet of how I got here. I retired from the military in 2016, and I'm married to a military member, and she's still serving. So I stayed home with our twin boys, who are going to be 7 this coming Sunday. And I was a stay-at-home mom, and I planned to go to work because I feel like that's what we all feel like we need to do. And I didn't. And then we transferred. And then we were in a new duty station in Tennessee. And my wife, who was super unhappy, you know, in herself and body, mind, everything. And that was tough on our marriage. She started Optavia. Looking back, don't even know if I knew the name, honestly. She reached out to a gentleman in one of these little boxes, her good friend. And she told me, hey, I'm gonna do this program. And I kind of rolled my eyes and was like, because she was that person. She was every program, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, keto, all of those things. She's done them all. And she lost weight and it came right back and then some. So I just was like, honey, do whatever you need to do, you know? So she started, and I paid no attention to it. I just would see her on these calls and wondered what she was up to and saw her in these books. And I didn't want any part of it, though. I wasn't curious or anything. I just was like wanting her to get off the phone. And why are you reading those books? So she was picking at me for a while, and I'm like, nope, I'm healthy. I go to the gym. I don't look like I need to lose any weight, maybe 5 pounds, whatever. But I was watching her change, and I just noticed her attitude changing about herself, her interactions with me, her interactions with our kids, where she wasn't like as snippy and whatever, and she was feeling really good. So she had a great journey. So fast forward, I obviously decided to become a client. I wanted my own story. She needed my help with coaching. I did not want to coach. I was starting to feel very lost in where I was in life, as far as, like Rachel said, purpose and fulfillment. I didn't feel like I had much. You know, I felt fulfilled because I was a stay-at-home mom with my kids, which I loved. I loved that I got to spend, you know, 3 years with them. Although I was ready to kick them out the door to daycare, I was ready. And so that was great. But in the military, I was a leader. I was someone. I went to work every day, and I didn't have that. So I was feeling a little lost. I didn't actually think I would get emotional, but so I started coaching. And what was different for my story from other coaches is I took a business from my wife. So I had people instantly. So I felt overwhelmed. I still felt lost. But I quickly realized, with all these other coaches with this community, man, what a team and what a family. And I also realized very quickly these connections I started making with all these clients was giving me purpose. And I started to feel that. You know, I've been coaching for about a year right now. I forgot to start my timer, Rachel, so just like throw me a hand wave. But I started feeling that, and it was feeling really good. And it was also really keeping me in check for my own journey and accountability. And so things were getting better. Oh man, I was loving it. I was getting on these trainings. And then I realized that even though feeling purpose and fulfillment and just full, I was feeling full in my heart from clients, I really started to notice that I was feeling that way about my own life. You know, it might sound cliche, but before Optavia, I think I was incapable of kind of dreaming. And I saw that start to emerge in Kelly. That's my wife. She would be throwing out these goals and, hey, you know what? Let's buy a house in Florida. And I'm like, what? Like everything she threw at me, I feel bad now, but everything she threw at me, I just thought, she is crazy. And now she's working a job that is insane busy. Now I feel bad for her, and I'm loving what I'm doing. And what am I doing? I'm putting pictures on the wall of houses in Florida. and I'm thinking about these vacations that I want to take my kids on. And every day I get on a Zoom call, whether it's Saturday book club or Monday night community call, or some of these amazing trainings that we get as coaches, and we get a lot as clients too. We just have to take advantage. Same with a coach. You got to show up. It is so fulfilling, whether I'm hearing someone else's story or someone else's struggles. It has, they say, to fill your cup. My cup was full like probably 6 months ago. And now it's just like, man, do I get another cup or do I just keep letting it overflow? I mean, it's been amazing. We have big dreams, big goals. I love it. I love every person I see in this square, even if I've never seen you before. I love you because you cannot love this community, coach or client. It will change you. It'll change a lot of things for the good. And you cannot go wrong with being a part of this family. And in whatever capacity you choose, you can't go wrong.
I love it so much. So would you say, with all the fairness in the world, right? Have you grown more as a client or a coach?
As a coach, for sure. The personal development alone with just the books and absolutely, hands down.
I know it's sort of rhetorical. The reason I bring it up before we go to the dreaming aspect of what Ali's talking about is because on average, without the personal development, clients typically stay about 2.5 to 3 months. Now, obviously, we try and awaken you to more. You've had these faulty habits and poor lifestyle choices for years, but somehow as humans, we think a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day program is going to fix what we've been doing for years. It's not realistic. And that's why our program takes about a year if it's done correctly. Coaches stick around long enough to do the program as it was intended. That's why we're urging you to consider coaching. We're not going to persuade you to do it because that's not our style or our culture, but we want to awaken you to why we're asking you to consider it. With that, with the dreaming, with this adventure and play, boy, I couldn't think of a better coach, friend, mentor, co-mentor. Like, this is a reciprocal model, guys. This guy mentors me and my husband as much as we do him. Brian Russell, please share with us from your heart, what does healthy finances, purpose and fulfillment and adventure and play have to do with permanent health and well-being, my friend?
All right, everything has everything to do with it. So real quick, I'm going to make the part about me as short as I can, because that's not the important part, but I am a client. I have been a client for over 3 years. I had the healthy body experience that Amy was talking about. I lost over 80 pounds and I've kept that weight. Well, if you're looking at a number on the scale, it's changed because I got the weight off and then I got into exercise and everything else. And I've put some back on in muscle, which has been super fun. Different topic, but the healthy body experience for sure. And I tell you that because I want you guys to know that I am a client first and foremost and always will be. That's one of the big shifts that I'm going to talk about in a second, but I'm always going to be a client of Optavia. I'm always going to be a student of Dr. A. And I'm excited about that. So had that, because of that, you can't hide that transformation, that physical transformation. A lot of my friends started asking me, Brian, what are you doing? They actually said, Brian, are you sick? Are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing this on purpose. So they said, well, we want some, how do I do that? I said, well, my wife's a coach. You should talk to her. She'll sign you up. She'll explain everything to you. So they did. And then they proceeded to never call my wife, not once, ever. Like, they wouldn't talk to her, wouldn't return text messages. They would call me and ask me. So I became a coach almost involuntarily, helping these guys. Now, that at first was kind of fun, but it was also kind of aggravating because I was there for a diet, guys. I was just there to lose the weight. I thought this program was just like all the other things I had tried, right? I was the P90X guy. I did that. I always call it the wrong thing, but where you put the drops under your tongue, don't do that. It's horrible it's absolutely horrible for your body. And same results everybody has, right? You lose the weight as soon as you stop doing whatever it is, you fill in the blank, all the weight comes back, a few more pounds on top of it. Okay. So I came into this with that kind of attitude. It was several months into it, and I was actually helping other people do a diet at this point when I realized that there was way more to this program. All right. I had to go back. I had to eat a lot of crow guys. I had to go back, call people, text people, force them to get on the phone with me so that I could explain to them that I was leading them down the wrong path and how sorry I was about that. Please, please now follow me the right way. All right. That's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to do, to say I was dead wrong, but now I need you to trust me that I'm right this time. But I did. And thankfully, a lot of those people did. They did trust me, and they did end up embracing the full program. Full program, once I started doing that, I shifted from a diet mentality to a lifestyle, right? I realized that I was on a journey. I was looking to change my whole life, not just my body, not just my waist size, right? Not just my mile time or any of that stuff. I was looking for a healthy lifestyle. Once you realize that you're in for a lifestyle and it's going to take a lifetime, you really realize how much work you have to do. Like, this is going to require a lot. There's a lot to get done here. So started working through that part of the program. We were coaching, we were helping other people. The purpose part that Allie was talking about, guys, that checked my box. Like, that's what I was in for. I made the comment, there's probably recordings you can find me on YouTube telling you that I would do this for free, because that's how I felt about it. I felt like I found my purpose in life, right? Kind of your natural talents meet your goals and they intersect. You found your purpose in life, and the test of that is, would you do it for free? Yes. And I would still do this for free because I feel that strongly about it, and that people need this, right? Our country, our world is suffering. We have an answer. We have a gift that needs to be given. Shift to legacy, right? When I realized that not only am I learning to live a new healthy lifestyle, but I have an opportunity through this program as a vehicle to create a legacy, right? And I'm not talking just about money, right? I know I'm talking about the healthy finances here, but legacy is more than just money, guys. Legacy is what we leave behind, right? And inheritance is the money part of that legacy. I'm talking about what we leave behind from a perspective of, how does the world remember us? How do they see us? How do your kids remember you? What are you teaching them? So shifted into that. Julie and I got an opportunity to go to Cabo and meet with some of the leaders in our organization. And that's not really when I caught the vision. That's when I caught the potential of what this vehicle could offer, right? Like, this is not a side hustle. This is not something that can be done on the side. Financially, this is something that can replace income, right? This is an option. This is a business. This is real. This is just like opening any other business or starting any other business. Take that, several months later, in convention in Atlanta, caught the vision from Dr. A himself, from Dan Bell on stage and stuff. And you tie those two together, you realize that you have a real vehicle for real change that can really make an effective change in people's lives, and how important it is and how vital it is that each one of us pass that on and shares that with somebody else. And what you end up with is a combination that does amazing things. So I know so many people. I could tell you what all these people on this screen, but I want to talk to you about Julie and I specifically. And this is where the disclaimer should come across the screen and all of that. These results are atypical, blah, 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 right? You have to work hard. This is not a get rich quick, right? There's no secret or no scam here. You have to put the work in, you have to put the time in, you have to love on people, right? That's the beautiful thing about our model. If you're not helping other people, the finance part doesn't happen and will not happen for you. But when it does, when you get the opportunity to help a lot of people, the financial blessing that brings. In 2021, Julie and I with our business, with Optivia, we made over 6 figures. What did that allow us to do? That allowed us to give away more money than we've ever given away in our lives. That's what that let us do. That was the coolest part, right? The vacations, all the stuff that everybody talks about, the things you think about when you think about money. Yes, 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 and yes. But when we got our tax return and we were looking at it and we saw how much we gave away, mind blowing, guys. That's what it's about, right? That's the difference maker. That's what it allows you to do. It's so funny how things are timely. This morning on a training, Dan Valentine was talking about this exact thing, and he was so spot on. And it was so cool because I knew I was talking to you guys about it tonight. The impact, right? We're chasing impact. We're changing lives. So we get to double dip. We get to have the impact in your healthy body and your healthy mind. And as a result of impacting a whole lot of people, Optivia turns around and gives us a bunch of money that we can then turn around and impact people with that. We can have even more impact. So we're double dipping on impact, right? That's as close to a win-win as I think exists anywhere for anything. So I'm gonna stop there because my watch buzzed a few seconds ago. But yeah, guys, it's a real deal, and it's for the right reasons. You can do so much with the opportunities that you can create with this vehicle.
Wow, so good, Brian. Incredible. I think one of the things that you hit on that is such a good reminder for everyone listening is you cannot compartmentalize total well-being. And so has coaching stopped you from compartmentalizing health? Like, is it this integrated you that is being achieved through coaching now, would you say? How is that? Because we do have a tendency as people to compartmentalize things, right?
No, absolutely. I would say that you can't have one without the other. And that's not something I figured out, right? So Dr. A, he knew that from the very beginning. He knew that in order to have a healthy body long-term, that we had to have a healthy mindset. And he also knew that healthy finance piece was critical for us to stay in it long enough to achieve the other two. So absolutely, coaching has opened my eyes that one does not exist without the other. Not truly. If you really want any one of those three, you're going to need the other two pieces.
So awesome. Thank you so much for all of you who shared. We appreciate each and every one of your stories. Those are real stories, real people that did it real scared and they didn't have it all buttoned up. But you know what, guys, we make coaching others so easy that you can do it. We have coaches on our team that said yes to program and yes to coaching the same day. And they are doing amazing. They're not doing any less impact. They don't need to be an expert. We actually frown heavily on expert syndrome in our culture here at Optivia because the client, you need to become the expert of your life. You need to become empowered and you need to become equipped. And that is not the old model of some expert telling you what to do. So where do we go from here? Maybe you heard something tonight that's challenging your not yet for coaching. Maybe you're using only a little bit of the program and you're like, wow, I'm toe dipping. I need to step it up and use all of this amazing program so that I can have breakthrough like these folks that have shared. I don't know what's hitting you right now, but what I do know is your coach would be wildly interested to know. And from here, what is the next logical step is a coach explore. Why? So we can get you all signed up for coaching? No, we didn't do program that way. We don't do this that way, but we will unpack for you what coaching is, what it isn't, how much time it takes, how we train, how you can do it in the nooks and crannies of your day, because many of us still had full-time jobs when we started, right? And it does fit into the pockets of your day until and if you desire more, there's that too. So the next step is called a coach explore. We intend it for every client. Some clients will say, thank you, not yet. Others will say, thank you, yes, now. Others will say, no, thank you, I will refer. But we do explore it. and we don't make decisions out of fear or assuming things about program. We also, lastly, have something that is sort of amazing going on right now. It is simply amazing. I've only seen it twice since I've been at Optavia for 5 years. It is supremely generous. Optavia is giving your friends and family $90 off of our program, guys. $90 plus the week free, plus the free shipping, plus the rewards. Guys, if you have had people in your midst that need this, be bold and share. How do you do that? Just go out on social media and share some of your wins and tag your coach and say, thank you, Allie, for transforming me, for redeeming my sleep, for helping me. I couldn't have gotten here without you living out loud, or something like that. Live out loud so that other people can come and find the hope that you have. This is an incredible time to help your friends and family start their healthy journey. And like I said, it's only happened twice. It will not last forever. So this is a time to share program. We hope to see you all on a Coach Explore so that we can figure out if coaching is right for you and when. And we thank you for joining in tonight. We thank you for all of our speakers. Let's go get this world healthy and change those horrible statistics that are being put on Google and CDC about our children. Let's leave them a legacy. Let's give them a blueprint by going first. Thank you guys and have a great night.